Ай, блядь.
Что?
Зуб.
Ты жук себе сломал?
Дотронулся до него и больно стало. Конфетой дотронулся. Но тем не менее было больно. Это не отменяет факта. Итак. Ау.
Да, возможно, тебе стоит посадить к статуе Архонта.
Так, почему у меня задание повреждений, если я их уже выполнил? Да, стоп. Письмо. Письмо. Так. Избранное. Так, что делать? Б. Я хочу на день рождения сначала. Типа
Визер, кого
отношений.
персонаж что в Геншине больше всего ненавидишь?
Венти.
Хорошо, после Венти.
Но учитывая, что я никого особо не, сильно прям ненавижу, кроме него, то получается следующий идет уже сразу как бы этот Джун Ли.
Потому что он не заплатил?
Потому что он никогда не платит.
Отстань от него. Отстань от деда. У деда маразм. Он таблетки не выпил.
У меня тоже есть что дальше.
Вот у тебя есть таблетки, у них еще нет таблеток. Они...
У меня тоже нет таблеток.
Сходи купи.
Нету.
Может, все деньги забрал дед?
Да. Я думаю, это
Понятно.
приглашение, это указание о процветании, повышении талантов. А как пойти тогда? Или это просто письмо, что типа приглашаю и все.
Ну да.
Обидно. Было бы прикольно реально прийти на день рождения.
Ну да, тоже повторить.
Если я узнаю, что ты меня обманула,
Том,
тебя ждет наказание хуже смерти.
чего я тебя обманула?
Я сказал, если ты меня... Я узнаю, что ты меня обманула.
Том, я должен... Ага.
Что туда нельзя прийти.
Ну, as far as I'm aware, you can't.
Привет, Надя. Как дела тут?
Печально. Так, ладно.
Так. А, Вот видишь, на самом деле, по сути, не все же снежные злодеи. Злодеи конкретно правитель снежный в основном. А вот...
Только это часть правительства.
Чего?
Только это часть правительства.
Ну, он не такой плохой.
Я не спорю.
Вот стоит Надя, она хорошая. Что она плохого тебе сделала? Ничего. Стоит, охраняет банк с каким-то приятелем переписывается. Который приходит после нее на дневную смену.
Хорошо.
Ну вот. А она снежная, между прочим. И охраняет банк Тарталии. Так. Ну да ладно. Опять конец.
Doing detective work lets me feel
316 метров мне лень идти. Тем более в углу. Сокращу хоть чуть-чуть расстояние. Мгм, мгм. 150. Ну вот уже получше чуть-чуть. Ой, цветок 40. Не буду припускать. Мята. Я, кстати, 2 новых рецепта выучил.
О, какие?
Какие-то.
Молодец.
Сейчас, стой. Вкусное благоденствие.
М?
И что-то еще. Что-то я точно выучил.
Поздравляю.
Нет. Нет. Вкусный миндальный тофу я еще выучил.
Ну, да, тофу это классно.
Мгм.
Если не ошибаюсь, то его Тома готовит.
М, Если не ошибаюсь, его готовит тот чел, который этот в отеле повар добрый.
А, да?
У него еще квест там этот принести другому челу безработному покушать. Ты, наверное, такого не помнишь.
Ладно.
Нет, Тома, ой, заживи. Кстати, вот Тома, да, точно. Про который ты говорила. Нет! Фиши тем более живи.
Reveal thyself.
Я не знаю, почему тем более. Какая Агуша, ты ебанутый.
Я бы пришла, помогла.
Молодец. Что с этого дальше
Ну,
следует?
я понимаю, моему присутствию были бы не рады.
Да. Как ты догадалась? В чем твой
Не знаю.
секрет?
Не знаю. Я не помню.
Конечно, ты не помнишь. Как ты можешь помнить? Ты же Маша.
Ну да.
Ну вот и все. Почему их не сбивают стрелы?
By royal decree.
Некоторых, если мне не изменяет память, есть иммунитет к стрелам.
Ну вот и падают они. Ягодки. Бля, я сейчас так в самый низ спущусь. Типа, ой, ягодки, о, цветок сахарок, о, мята, о, еще ягоды. И так в самый низ.
See,
А,
just
потом
follow
наверх
my
подниматься.
intuition.
А, рыбацкий бутерброд еще тоже выучил. Копченый цыпленок, вот. Ой, еще я ингредиенты наделал. Как оказалось. Прекрасно. Что я еще не выучил тут? Из того, что могу приготовить, видимо, ничего. Жалко. Вот мне мяса не хватает почему-то. Обычно его всегда так до хрена было. А сейчас не хватает.
Ты на экспедиции своих персонажей отправлял?
Отправлял, но перестал.
Вот это объясняет, почему у тебя мяса нет.
Ну, типа, его же можно и так найти.
Да.
Тем более, как я буду отправлять, если я не захожу?
Справедливо.
Блять, да хули оно снизу-то?
Oh, it's all coming out now.
Что тебе, блядь, ясно стало? Детектив ты недоделанный.
Хватит обзывать его.
Не могу.
Нормальный детектив.
Я что, спорю, что ли? Но это не отменяет того факта, что он хренов. Я ж не говорю хренов, я говорю хренов.
Cool it. Don't get too close.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Freeze. Check this out. Dodge this.
Мне легче стоять и долбить вот так вот, чем, блин, поменять персонажа.
Да. Намного проще, да?
Угу.
Чем добавить себе персонажа с клеймором. Да?
Да, легче. Потому что это сначала заходить в меню, потом менять отряд, потом снова заходить в меню,
Ну да.
менять обратно.
Ну да, ну да.
Чё, блядь, не так что ли?
Или просто взять себе гео-персонажа в команду.
Или, блядь, мне его некуда брать.
Справедливо.
Направляйтесь к горе Тонхен. Мне кажется, это, блядь, на гору называется, а не к горе. Я, конечно, не Хейзи, я не детектив, но, блядь, мне так кажется, просто предчувствие, блядь.
Look up there. That's the Jade Chamber. This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Угу.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the...
О, я. Н? Фига себе. Блин, куда?
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try... Alright, let's follow your plan. Then... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh, right. This method does seem a bit unsafe. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up.
Oh, it's all coming out now.
Там тварь. Маш,
О,
поможешь?
в чём?
Прицелиться.
Прицелиться?
Да.
Ну что?
В вход в нефритовую штуку под названием дворец.
Что мне для этого надо сделать?
Зайти на стрим и сказать, куда мне вообще смотреть.
А, точно, помню. Ладно.
Да. Возможно, ты помнишь.
Тебе сначала избить кучу людей надо будет. Удачи.
Но я уже рядом с баллистой.
Нам снизу люди.
Да, но они-то об этом не знают, что я тут. Ну ладно.
Теперь знают.
В смысле стоять? Ты, блядь, ко мне спиной стоишь. Повернись хотя бы лицом, как человек. Ты что, меня настолько не уважаешь? Я вообще-то приключенческий герой, и там масштата все дела.
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Можно сказать, вообще-то я почетный рыцарь ордов.
Нет, я в жизни это не скажу.
Настолько сильно ненавидишь этот титул.
Ну почему я должен... Чтобы меня попустили, я должен говорить постыдный титул. А чел передает Маше привет.
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but said...
Ты, блядь, так бы сразу, я не... Я, по-моему, только в чат ты смотрю, что ли, блядь? А вообще-то играю.
Now Paimon's mad! You! Over there! This is a...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
Иди нахуй. Вот ты мне советуешь смотреть в чат, я тебе советую, иди нафиг.
nonsense. Seize these suspicious intruders at once.
Well, here they come.
Ой, плохая идея на меня нападать по идутке.
Fire it up. Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Cool it. Check this out. Dodge this. Don't get too close.
By royal.
Bring it on.
Глупые миллилиты. Вот такие хорошие ребята, казалось. А такие тупые. Эх. Ну чё, как вам? Вам призы не получали.
Cool it.
Блин, ты хули пугаешь, как не тебя так. Шо вон отсюда? Ёшкин кот, фиг ли ты не тут была вообще?
В смысле, не тут была?
В смысле, молчала.
А, просто родители вернулись. Давай, видно, ты сможешь.
By royal decree.
А чё у тебя враги такие сложные?
В смысле?
Почему они 50 уровня? Точнее, 60-го почти. Точнее, нет, все-таки почти 50-го.
Don't get too close.
Да, нормальные враги. Как всегда, не могут ударить, потому что валяются на земле. Отдыхают.
Attack. Tactical. Retreat. To arms.
Oz revealed.
Fire it up.
Блин.
О, молодец.
Там, мне кажется, на каждом из них по 10 реакций где-то было элементальных.
Неплохо.
Потому что что-то на них на всех свои эффекты были. Я этим ударом, считай, на них всех их перемешал.
Догадайся, кто это? Давай по заднице.
Кицин
Да.
узнал.
Lady Coaching, These two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
What?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Lila Chising. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't
Что
think
такое?
we'd meet some super rich big shot
Возмущение.
out here in the middle of nowhere either.
Кацин классная, но
Мгм.
она мразь.
Да.
Потому что она и в стандартном баннере, и она мне выпала вместо Сайна.
И причем тут она не виновата.
Я потом все время шутила, мне...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet...
Если она мне еще раз выпадет вместо...
I came here to
Эм,
investigate that occurrence. These
штуки.
Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
Вместо лисы я сама сыду.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Думает, это несложно. Попробуй, Пайбан.
Anyway, from
Лиза, я уверена, ты бы тоже так сказала.
an adepti mechanism is
Мне бы
the
такое в
mystery,
голову не пришло.
even to the Qixing.
Видишь, какой путешественник умный.
Да.
Ум и
И
интеллект.
так хорош.
И так хорош. Да. Кстати, я сказала Петрович то, что...
То, что молчание.
Просто молчание.
Вот.
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not
Mhm.
taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up.
Не хватило бы сил убить большинство. Также путешественник в Иназуме. Ну ладно.
Кстати, забавно, путешественник, по-моему, в каждом городе нарушает закон.
А какой?
Он коммунизит лиру в Манштате.
Угу.
В Надзуме начинает спорить с правительством.
Спорить с правительством никто не запрещал на законодательном уровне.
Хорошо, он начал избивать Райден. Он противодействовал...
Она не гражданин.
Хорошо, он противодействовал охоте на глаза бога.
Ну, спецоперация, да? Противодействовал спецоперации. Иназумы.
Чем еще он занимался? Так, в Лие. Что он сделал в Лие? Я уверен, он что-то тоже начал.
Он помог похоронить этого Архонта дело.
Да.
Он помог делу Архонту похоронить дело Архонта.
Архонт не правитель в Лие, боюсь.
Ну, он помог, я говорю. Он помог ему, а не... Он никого не убил, кроме миллилитов. Но они сами первые полезли.
I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Аж 3 пинга на твоем сервере. Офиг.
2.
3. Вообще ничего один.
Но это уже не мои проблемы.
Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Chising?
М.
Forget it. I
Wait.
shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Дельтарон? Не, Геншин, вот где то, что ты скажешь, действительно не имеет никакого значения.
Да.
Тут буквально иногда твой выбор это, блин, 2 части одной фразы. А иногда не так, но все равно, как бы ты ни ответил, тебе ответят одинаково.
Ну,
Ответ подходит под оба варианта.
ну да, удобно. Меньше платить актерам озвучки.
Угу. Наверно. Привет, Колечек.
Личик шел на стрим.
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way to
Погодь,
next year.
Нингуан это не это богатая.
Да.
Я...
Боже, почему я не забыла?
Деньги.
А,
The cream of
это
Liyue's
объясняет, почему тут
mythical
Наталья.
crop also ascending to the Jade Chamber is the greatest honor.
Ну, вообще,
Each
мне больше нравится,
is
что
made
это
with all to curry
добрый
full
русский.
favor with Ningguang.
Вывод, Мизора тянет на богатых людей.
Но это случайно.
Да.
Вот то, что Нингуан я люблю, это не случайно, это действительно так. То, что Венти я ненавижу, это тоже не случайно. Ну, в Стартале это совпадение.
Вот.
Я сейчас кого-то ударю, или как минимум выйду из звонка.
Куда? Нет. Когда ты будешь сам с собой разговаривать, и весь стрим будет опять тихо.
Это не мои проблемы.
В смысле не твои?
Ну,
Людям будет скучно на твоем стриме.
ну вы уже не мои, это проблемы людей.
Люди, уговаривайтесь его.
Говорю, как депутат. Это не мои проблемы, это проблемы людей.
Пусть их и решают, да?
Представитель высшего общества. Зачем я начал эту сказку читать вслух? Ладно.
Favor? Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves.
И в английском озвучку.
Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first.
А?
You didn't actually have to
Да,
come
английская
from
озвучка
Tianhong.
Геншин.
Ну, если ты не заметила.
Find a
Заметила,
guide
представляешь,
to
только
the
что.
Pavilion, and
Представляешь, я тогда не понимаю, зачем спрашивать было.
Чтобы спросить. Потому что большинство играет с китайской или японской.
Нафиг мне сдавать китайский или японский, если я их нихуя не понимаю.
Читай.
А смысл озвучки, если я ее не понимаю?
Звучит красиво.
Английская тоже звучит достаточно красиво, но ее я могу понять.
Визор, это как аниме с субтитрами смотреть?
Я не смотрю аниме с субтитрами.
Ладно.
Вот и все.
Вот, ну, ладно, вы решили.
Well then, may we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuhung may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack. Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
Куда идти? Зачем идти? Почему идти? Не хочу идти.
Придется, боюсь.
Бойся дальше. Так, это хорошо.
Don't get too close. Cool it.
By royal decree.
I got it. You can't move me. Fire it up.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Truth hurts.
Ты уверен, что придется?
It's all coming out now.
Придется.
Почему?
Что придется? Кого придется? Что придется?
Идти. Господи, насколько у тебя
Чай?
короткая память.
Что?
Почему у тебя настолько хуёво с памятью?
А куда идти? А кто идти? Зачем идти? Я забыла.
Бля.
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious.
А чай, кстати, что-то в чате писал.
That's the one.
Молодец.
Bring it on.
Ай.
Is it just huh? Did you hear that? No. That was definitely someone in trouble. It came from those rooms. Uh-oh. It looks like the
Спасибо, как я так легко нахожу неприятности.
Ладно.
Fire it up. Freeze.
А можно талантом кого-то ударить?
Ну что?
За то, что они кого-то заперли?
Dodge this. Confess.
Oz, reveal.
Freeze.
В смысле ключ от клетки? Какой ключ от клетки? В смысле ключ от клетки, если не ключ от клетки? Где ключ от клетки? А,
Они...
хрен ты спрятался. Офигел, что ли? Нельзя от меня прятаться. Запрещаю.
By royal
Другое дело. А ну встал.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders. When their mood was good, they would rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing.
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor.
О,
I often walk around. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like the
Oh.
pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go...
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a beautiful package.
ура, еще больше ходьбы.
Да, это плохо.
Это ужасно. Я спать.
Let's just hope the
Серьезно?
rain hasn't washed all
Да.
the clues away.
Лиза,
Что такое?
как давно ты проснулся?
Ну, например, сколько сейчас? 8 часов, получается, около 15 часов назад, наверное.
Ну, допустим.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at
Uh-huh.
least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to
Так,
Вот так.
глазированный слайм. А куда теперь? Нефритовый дворец. Дворец нефритовый. Полуночный нефрит. Нефрит полуночный.
Точный рефри.
Полночь, темная полночь.
It's all coming out.
Кромешная тьма, тьма кромешная. как слово «конечно» сделать существительным. Все, я зашел в тупик.
Всё. Игра в слова закончилась.
Да. О, чё? Некие
Лина, какова
процессы.
твоя цель на сегодня?
Что?
Геншин. Какова твоя цель на сегодня? Получить чайник?
Да.
According to
Ты
Cookie,
сказала, надо говорить так.
excuse me, do you
Простите,
serve a
это интересно. Вот как на эту
How many
лодку.
would you like?
Ну, в смысле, как, ну как? На идиотку и смотрит.
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep,
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Сайт вас сейчас.
О. Гуан.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
it's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue.
Нифига себе. Маш, там я не ушел в депрессию из-за стекла. Ура!
О,
Не, ничего. Просто кое-какие хорошие новости. Мне тут Куличик сообщил по секрету почти. Вот.
что он там сообщил?
Не, ничего. Тихо, не
Пойдём.
смотри. Не смотри.
Ладно.
Никогда не поздно закроют сайт, быстро.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Пайвен, не матерись. Маш, почему Пайвен матерись? Ай.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Бессовестная реакция, парень.
But the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way. To jest dwories.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Где там книга? Сложные свитки. То есть все еще блока. Воу. Пригодится.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
Прямо как дома.
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Подипломатичней.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I
Ну
originally
ладно.
thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends.
Hm. Ай.
Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends,
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Ого.
Я такой, я выбираю тебя.
Не главное, я выберу тебя.
Я такая, что?
Паймон, не тебе разрешили вообще-то.
Идите.
С каких пор ей разрешено говорить? Ой, блин.
Look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's.
Пофиг мне, сколько он стоит. Я должен выбирать. Даже если я выберу тот же самый кусок. Я играю королеву, блядь. Вот же ж падла мелкая. Ой, тут книги еще лежат, которые можно даже без этого забрать.
Разрешение.
Да. Окей, все, книг больше нету.
Нет, книги закончились.
Ага, да. Так, ты уже один раз... Ты уже и так ограничивал меня. Заткнись теперь.
Я захотела не главное. Я получила самую маленькую.
Я ее реально зажарить хочу. Мне кажется, же кой из Паймон будет тоже неплохо стоить.
Ну да, я даже не спорю.
This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of... Oh, Mingguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot.
Визор опять всегда решает проблемы архонтов.
But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, well, should we not go then?
Нет, не пойдем.
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't complete completely trust Ningguang, that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been... Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are...
Мы в итоге не... А, ну ладно. Нахуя нам этот листок? Объясни, Пайман. На кой хуй он тебе сдался? Кто вообще? Ты кто? Ладно. Ими нельзя говорить. Книг нету, тут тоже нету. И тут нету. Чашечек нету.
О, нету. Все стырили.
Вообще.
Все уже стырено до нас.
Угу. Тут, кажется, еще один путешественник уже был.
Даже не знаю кто. Не твоя же сестра?
Она, наверное, не так сильно тырит, наверное.
Ага.
У тебя вообще тут брат был, между прочим. Так что... Да.
Да.
Чем я должен направляться... этот... Почему я должен направляться к месту, указанному на документе? Потому что мне живой паёк сказал это.
Да.
Как это из этого живого паука сделать сухой? Офигеть, я лечу. Бля. Точки телепортации для кого придумали? Хрена там большие дяди ходят. 49 уровней. Чё
Этому
удивительно?
челу там подходить не следует.
Что?
Тому большому челу с молотком с электричком подходить не следует. Советую.
Молодец, что не советуешь. Ау.
Я говорила.
Мало ли что ты говорила. Я тоже много чего говорил. Улетел. Видишь, и нету никаких молотков. А ты переживала.
Молчу.
Вот это чего меня больше волнует, между прочим.
Не волнуйся.
Да не того ты берешь.
Don't get too close.
Freeze!
This is no job for a detective.
Truth hurts!
Падла. Телепортирующаяся падла такая.
Dodge this!
Покушать. Покушали. И что дальше? О, воздушная штука. Что дальше с того? Вот активировал я воздушную штуку. Она дезактивировалась. Вижу снова. Ничего не происходит.
Fire it up! Freeze! Check this out! Dodge this! Bring it on! You need to hurry up! This one's well done! You need to hurry up! Roasted! Yeah! Fracture!
Похоже, с него ничего не выпало. Типа слишком легко или что? Или почему? О, это чел. Yeah, it will be fun. You don't worry. It will be fun for me.
Freeze! Don't get too close! I got you covered! Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. Bring it on! Cyclone! Fracture! Cool it! Stop it! Check this out!
Да блин, опять ничего не выпало.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like... Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine power. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission, being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua. Let's go!
Паймон не любит опаздывать. Да по твоему стремлению везде лезть, так и не скажешь, блядь. Упс. Что не активируешься? Да вот хер тебе. Пошел нафиг.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Hmm.
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be—
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Что? Типа вот так? Ну, как видите, не очень, да. Блин. А?
Что ты музыку играешь?
Случайно. И как им петь?
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
Фига, у него голос низкий.
What happened?
Упс.
Flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Canalier?
Ah! I'm done for.
Cool it.
Don't get too close.
Катина!
By royal decree.
Упс.
No rest. Check this out.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me.
О, коза.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face?
Ай, первое.
Сяомэй.
Да, Иза, не всри все.
Почему?
Как ты верю, как можешь. Не обижай маленькую руку девушку. Не
Ой,
будь
они
всегда.
серьезно настолько похожи, разве? Я не помню, кто такая Сяомэй.
Согласна.
Мне вообще светлёный алхимик предлагает. Ага, Сяомэй... Сяомэй это вообще парень.
Давай, Иза.
Но при этом на вопрос Сяомэй мне в том числе выходит и Ганьюнь тоже.
Иза, будь культурным.
Почему?
Почему будь культурным?
Да.
Только да, в 3 раз.
Потому что тебе так захотелось?
Я-то тоже.
Ай, блин! Потому что нога болит.
Да, нога. Виза, ты куда разваливаешься?
Чего?
Ты точно не Жунли? Разваливаешься от старца.
Не он один старый. Ну, я
Он там
понимаю, что
старый.
я не настолько старый, но тем не менее. Да, блин.
Тебе 3000 лет? Не знала.
Тем более,
Блядь.
что если я недолюбливаю Чун Ли за то, что он не носит кошелек, это не значит, что я не могу быть им самим.
Я не...
Блин.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Убивает, что поделать?
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days,
I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite alright. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Ого,
Паш.
хрена ты. Венти, блядь.
Он мне алкаш злой.
Слушай, мне кажется, это неплохой повод это исправить. Довольно последнего из первой семерки.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Погоди. Но если Венти тоже один из первых, которые были еще 2000 лет назад, то получается он тоже самый старый. Это
Нет,
нет?
потому что Жули 3000, а не 2000.
А Венти ровно 2.
Да, ему 2 ой, что такое. Ну, не настолько старый. Но тоже
Не,
старый.
ну в принципе 2000 лет пожил, все и нормально.
Я в шоке от того,
Остальные
что
еще
он...
поменьше. Самое
Я в
время ему
шоке.
сдохнуть.
Я в шоке от того, что он еще почку не пробил.
Вот именно. Жаль, что он жизнь правильно сердце не попил, я не знаю, там. Желудок, что еще из жизненно важных органов есть.
Сердце, почки, цветочки,
Печень.
печень, да.
Ну, печень это ставит. Но хотя для этого нужно, чтобы хотя бы кусочек остался небольшой, наверное. А для алкоголика печень это одно из самых главных. На.
И, судя по всему, она у него неплохая.
Судя по всему, у него уже цирроз должен был быть. Ну да
Судя по
ладно.
всему, судя по всему, это уже не его первая печень.
Судя по всему, это все равно не от того факта, что он остался последний из первой семерки. Пора бы ему перестать быть последним из первой семерки.
Он не последний, Жунли же все еще существует. Райден тоже существует.
Райден не из первой семерки.
Справедливо.
Ну вот все.
Хорошо, ее сестра из первой семерки.
Ну она же больше не все, не это, не того.
Справедливо.
Вот и все, вот и пора убивать Венти.
Да чё, хватит ненавидеть так нашего маленького алкаша.
Ну нехуй было пробухивать целую страну. Он не шлат. В конце концов.
Вот кто Шлат брал пример.
Походу. Еще косички, блять, отрастил нахуй. Кстати, а ведь Юни в теории может действительно дать пример с Венти. Запусти косички своих волос и начать бухать вино одуванчиковое. Оно у нас на сервере есть.
Можно я сделаю дуванчик вину? Спасибо.
Можешь. Ты можешь хоть бар открыть, если хочешь.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old.
Ты говорила 3000.
Я ошибалась!
This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of
Ты
this
видишь,
farewell?
Что?
видишь, даже все не тогда.
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an
Голос
adeptus,
сон пищи только из
I
бухла.
think that I
А
will
ведь,
eventually
кстати,
come to
а
grips
ведь,
with reality.
а ведь мне так
Since
можно,
Rex
учитывая,
Lapis has
что
passed,
выпивка
the total Liyue's
тоже
contract with the gods and
прибавляет
adepti has now reached its
насыщение
end.
там, и причем достаточно неплохо, и вино, и одуванчиковое вино, и ром, то есть как бы так что, по сути, на нем действительно можно жить в Майнкрафте.
Стану алкоголиком.
Рацион из бухла. Но ты же понимаешь, что если ты станешь алкоголиком учитывая, что ты отыгрываешь РП, то тебе придется вести себя как алкоголик.
А, ну ладно.
Потом еще и инфаркт получить.
Нет! Такое я не подписывалась.
Ну вот и все.
Хорошо, я не буду настолько сильным алкоголиком.
Чего?
Я не буду настолько сильным алкоголиком.
Ну, как бы просто иногда выпить одно, а другое дело жить на алкоголе.
Ладно, так.
Бля, я вспомнил, как этот с девчонком в чате, там, типа, ему стример сказал, слушай, лучше не пей так сильно. И он такой, типа, в пиве, там, типа, мало воды, поэтому его нужно пить много.
Справедливо.
Я такой, антисептик внутреннего применения. И он такой, да, мне нравится ход твоих мыслей.
Я тоже почти сделал антисептик внутреннего применения. Мне чуть-чуть осталось. Ну, у меня теперь есть антисептик внутреннего применения.
Ты там в Вайн играешь, что ли?
Да.
А, как
Геншин
это?
закончился. После того, как мне сказали, что у меня
О,
слабее психоз.
can you adept?
А,
Я
ну
понял.
да. А так по ее рогам и не скажешь, да?
Блять, да знаешь, тут у всех подряд какие-нибудь хуйни торчат. Тоже сахарозу взять. У нее уши.
Роза из какого-то редкого рода.
Но тем не менее, у нее звериные уши.
Ну да. И у Мико тоже.
Мика, я не помню, кто такая.
Мико можно, Мико лиса. Я все еще требую увидеть
Точно.
Мико. Я все еще требую увидеть Мико как большую лису. Я хочу узнать,
Это
как
вообще волк, между прочим.
Его только волки воспитали.
Мам,
Его есть
блин,
на всякий.
недоделанный.
Ты просто квест Рейзерский не прошел.
Что?
Ты просто, когда был праздник вина в Геншине, ты просто не прошел квест, и тогда бы ты узнал про его родителей. А ты не прошел. А я
А мне
говорила.
пофигу.
А я говорила.
Мне вообще-то похуй.
Вот и ладно.
Did you just say as an adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
А еще у нее колокольчик туз.
Вай. Серьезно?
Да.
Это единственная твоя мысль.
Я просто случайно его заметил и такой, типа, серьезно, у нее колокольчик, как у козы.
И потом подумал, такой, хочу колокольчик, да?
I want a bell. I want a bell. What does it mean you want a bell? We can get out of here.
Можно было выйти из тюрьмы, но нет, он хочет колокольчик.
Я высокий. Погоди. Стоять.
Виза пошел искать этот книг.
Конечно.
Не забывай, ты все еще на стриме.
Я помню.
Ну, хорошо, что помнишь. Память это полезно.
Ой, для чего?
Не знаю.
Кому она полезна?
Знаю так.
О, во.
One. He's gonna grant a
Bro,
wish?
We can get one wish. We can get one wish. I want a bell. I want a bell. Give me a bell.
Heck no! What do you... Get us out of here! What
Give
do you
me
mean
a
you
bell.
want a bell?
I want a bell. Yo! Yo, it's working! Yo! Yo!
You want a bell! Get us... You had one wish! You could have gotten us out of here!
Yo!
Виза что нас ушел.
Все. Послушали и хватит.
Спокойно, Виза, спокойно.
Так.
Кто забрал таблетки у Визора?
We damn
Признавайтесь.
У меня их не было. Раз
Ты
такое
не
предложение.
предоставил Визору таблетки.
Сколько тем красавец.
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
Я, кажется, понял, что обозначают архонты. Они означают традиции. Уходят архонты, уходят традиции. И так как Китай дольше всего как бы оставался закрытым, то есть от остального мира, то и его архонт дольше всех жил. То есть потому что они как бы сохраняли свои традиции, не реформировались, не устраивали каких-то революций дольше всех с самого начала. И поэтому с самого начала их архонт оставался жив и до как бы данного момента, судя по всему. В то время как в других странах насильно либо добровольно проводились какие-то реформы, новые открытия, и то есть архонты сменяли друг друга. Получается, в Фонтейне вообще сплошные смены архонтов, наверное.
Да, они перчатки просто меняют.
Мгм.
Но в Апсате тогда в теории тоже так должно быть.
Чего?
В Моне тогда в теории тоже так должно быть, если по твоей теории.
Ну,
В Германии тоже много чего придумывали. Хотя у них архонт
ну
спец.
так-то да, но как бы у них архонт просто взял и ушел нафиг. Он оставил их в свободное плавание. Типа. Так что я не знаю. Но мне кажется, короче, у них вроде бы с самого начала оставался архонт, который был в самом начале, но при этом он никак с ними не связан, с ними больше связан архонт Фонтейна.
Почему?
Ну, не знаю. Ну, типа... Я не знаю, как это еще объяснить. По такой теории.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all.
Ну да, за 6000 лет, наверное, много чего можно пройти, блин.
Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Дикая культурная лилия. Куда идти-то? Маш,
Да.
как там в войне?
Петрович собрался учиться ремеслу.
Кто?
Сам себя. Петрович собрался сам себя и ремеслу учить.
Молодец.
Я спросил, это вообще легально, он...
The city gate is swarming with
Ой,
Millilith.
Феликс.
The Fatui?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside this. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be...
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Отличный ты вариант.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something real. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Чё ж так много ходить-то, а? И что за упоминание? Ладно, пофиг.
Практически виза.
Ну а что, я сейчас пойду проверять уведомления, нафиг надо. О, Китя. Пофиг на уведомления, это тут кошка. Ой. Золотая палата. Кстати, нам надо будет сделать золотую палату. Раз уж мы единственные, кто чеканит Мору, то, соответственно, золотая палата должна быть у нас. Правильно?
Правильно.
Вопрос, почему мы в итоге так и не построили, как в Лире в таком случае? Я же говорил про свою идею, что надо было бы прикольно построиться как в стиле Лире.
Ну да.
Было бы логично в таком случае. Раз у нас стояла бы золотая палата. Ну да ладно. И да, пофиг мне. Так, что у нас есть по отрядам? Пофиг мне, что военный отряда ниже рекомендуемого. Справлюсь я. Я свыше рекомендуемого без зелья справляюсь.
Looked impressive enough from
А
the
если
outside,
в
but who would have
прямом
guessed that
зелье,
it
то
was
тем
even
более справлюсь.
fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. But it's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's got it. Huh? Look! What happened
Oops.
here? Uh-oh. Paimon, smell quick. We have to go make sure.
Так, стоять. Мне нужно покушать. Точнее, Хейдо и Томи.
Знаешь, что будет.
Что?
Я знаю, что сейчас будет. Готовься.
Я тоже знаю.
Что
Я
сейчас
готовлюсь вообще-то. Если не заметила.
будет? Что ты готовишься?
Чайльд, иди сюда. Сейчас тебе задницу будем набегать.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in
Yeah.
my way.
А ты все еще симпатичен?
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops that—
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
В смысле, кто
anyway.
я?
The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me?
Почему говорит Пайман, а он отвечает мне?
Play along, to feel the thrill of battle.
Походу, думаешь, что у тебя очень высокий голос.
Видимо. Типа... Пайман говорит, я этого не допущу. Чайлд мне говорит, отлично, хочешь со мной садиться? Действительно, блин. Именно я хочу.
Бейся!
Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams.
Ой,
But
да
hey,
не строй
might
себя
relish
фифу.
the fight anyway, because
Ничего
if
ты
you
мне не
don't,
делаешь.
without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to. This
Так,
chant-
погодь. Так, что у меня есть?
Ты что-нибудь сожрать защитного.
Да, я вот сейчас смотрю как раз. Счета всех членов, это не то. Всех членов. Ну, давай попробуем это. И ментальный тофу. У меня его дофига все равно. У меня вообще дофига всего на самом деле. На атаку, но я что-то никогда не ем. Выносливость пусть тоже будет. Все, замечательно.
is hard to come by.
Накушался.
So show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance
Ow,
to
ow.
square off with a Fatui harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Try this. Here's Becca.
Odds were beat.
Not bad, not bad.
Ну да, ты тупой. У тебя, блядь, меньше половины хп осталось. Ну да бэт ему, блин. Ёркарный бабай.
Молчу. Я заткнусь.
Тут стоит такой полумертвый. Неплохо, неплохо.
You've made some progress. Not bad, not bad.
Неплохо, блядь, ему.
Got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself.
Ага, вон чё.
Tough. Now,
Так, давай я похилюсь, пока я не сдох.
Слушай,
На всякий
идею.
случай.
Блин, я хочу тебе открыть один секрет.
Да.
Ну, блин, это будет неинтересно.
Ну тогда и не надо. Кто тебя просит открывать секреты? Раз он собирается наполнить, то может и мне стоит. Насколько я могу.
show me what you can do against the might of a harbinger. What's the dodge this? Check this out. Confess, you've got some skills.
I summon thee!
И где он? Алло. Блин, не того беру. Персонажа. Почему я криворукий? Почему я не могу быть не криворуким? Куда? Я случайно свернул окно.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Рейнджеры. Power Rangers.
Третья фаза Чайлда. Ву!
А, кстати, вот пока идет сцена, эффекты, они как бы идут? Или нет?
Эффекты?
Ну, в плане, вот я нажал со всякой защиты, усиление атаки, оно как бы проходит, пока идет катсцена или нет?
Нет.
Хорошо. Ты зачем пол ломаешь? Пол денег стоит вообще-то. Знаешь, изначально Чайлд был, в принципе, по сути, как и игровой персонаж на первой фазе. Сейчас реально актуален тот мем, который я тебе скидывал. Ау. Ау.
Don't get too close.
Блин, куда ты? Человек такой ты.
Die here. Time to go home.
Чайльд... Ой, Чайльд, кого? Тома сдох. Тома падла.
Здесь. Ну что ты с ним так? Он
За
действительно
то, что он сдох.
Он старался ради тебя.
Молодец. Все равно падла. Молодец, что старался, падал, что умер. Мне теперь... Ну, у него почти была готова способность, а он ее просрал. Сможешь идти? О, ачивку дали.
Поздравляю, ты сбил Чайлда.
Что?
Поздравляю, ты смог его сбить.
Спасибо.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Просто умнее сеньора и все. Просто с этого момента уже прошло много времени.
Ну, вообще, да.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Что-то смеюсь. Да уж.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god have...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against... But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that may...
Он похож на выбора.
Где быстро доходит? Хорошо, что хоть доходит.
Почему ты думаешь, что до меня долго доходит?
Ты не видел его мотив.
Let's see.
Что же сказал?
Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together...
Сейчас еще одна битва, что ли?
You're free to stay
Не,
and
да,
enjoy the
но не с ним.
Я уже
да,
понял.
молодец.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast.
Тут время, блядь.
What's going on?
Куда блоки ставить? О боже. Сейчас будет весело.
Да.
А, нет. А, да. Блять, а как... Это...
Это битва после битвы.
О, окей.
If we
Я
hadn't
подумал.
happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude,
We have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems... Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? But all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
О, я пробный персонаж. Наверное.
Нет.
Нет? Ну ладно. Ну, жалко. Я уже был почти уверен. Уфус.
Знаешь, как придется поплыть, догадайся.
Вообще, время на перевернутую клавиатуру почти пошло на да. Но, допустим, оно начнется с самой битвы. Блять, а как на shift? Блять. А цифры. Где их взять? Не того ты берешь опять. Не того говорю. Да твою дивизию как? Кто, где, когда? Бля.
Diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Б, где Б буква? О, боже. Господня. Так.
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many between two! We can't hold...
I couldn't save.
Блять, вы шутите?
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is
Take what?
energy! That light from your... body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madam Pink's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
I miscalculated.
Get moving!
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
Да, да, ну поздно, рано. Блять, я на Enter нажимаю вместо... Я уже скейпа.
Take my power and run as I do.
Где, блять, эти твари? Ау.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Confess!
This isn't good.
Прибил, блять, находится вообще.
Shine.
Let's move.
Bring it on! Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Get moving!
Yes. This is it. Send this quickly. This is it.
Почему из них вещи не выпадают? Да, меня это волнует.
Assistance. The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now.
Блин.
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So, oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
Слушай, Сельс.
Я видел, почти дошел до чайника.
Я полагаю, можно уже спать на клавиатуру. Да, она у меня до сих пор была перевернута. Я думал, мало ли там еще одна битва будет. О, как хорошо. Нормально.
Нормально.
Это такой... Блин, не получается больше. Ну ладно. Стоп. Стоп. Чё? Где? А.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this, we had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
А вот если бы мы строили реально в этом стиле, из каких досок это надо было бы делать? Из багровых?
Нет, эти другие красные доски, если не ошибаюсь, тут при помощи модов какие-то еще добавились.
При помощи модов? Не разбираюсь.
Я забыла, какие.
Ой. Прости, Надя.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the City of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from—
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Ладно, блядь.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Неожиданный поворот.
How sanctimonious.
What?
Lisa?
So you're the Lord of Chio?
Correct.
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa.
Ah, I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Пару раз ударить. А он поступил глупо, продал свое сердце Бога. Это единственное, в чем я его упрекаю. Почет.
Вроде бы дернулся твоя.
Он просто смотрит. Ну, как бы, если Джунди использует свой щит, то ему ничего урона не наносит, поэтому.
Это не значит, что он не мог сделать вид, что ему больно.
Притворился.
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Да, в принципе, не так уж и жалко было бы. Но квест велит идти.
Путь.
После такого я бы сделал неподдельную смерть Архонта.
I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the min...
О!
Весь такой, о!
Чашечка вот. Больше нет? Видимо, нет.
Печально.
Ладно.
Может его поймать, но уже не может. Ну, и так
Могу.
может.
Hear ye all! The Chi-Sing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi-Sing's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like, could the Chi-Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream,
Вот такая, да. Да, подошел к концу, ага. Угу. Конечно.
Конечно, да, конечно нет.
Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chi-Sing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is... Name your price. You deserve that much.
Я забираю тебя, Нингван и гонюсь. Спасибо, до свидания.
Я только хотел бы тут пошутить, но в плане как в прошлый раз. Только вот это с Кицин. Кицин, я говорю тебе. Чё-то мы превращаем Геншин в покемона.
Что такое?
Что за...
Серьезно?
Он говорит. Нихуя себе.
Я в шоке.
Он испытал настолько большой шок, что он научился говорить без выборов. Охуеть.
Не встать.
Вообще. И подохнуть.
А мог бы выбрать 3 девушек, а нет, но он хочет плакать всем городом.
Вот именно. Пиздец.
Как так можно было? Кстати, самая странная Нингуан — это 4-звездочный персонаж. Почему?
Не знаю.
Это буквально человек, который может править, который правит всем городом.
Ну, они же не поэтому оцениваются, а потому как они в битве, как бы.
Все равно! Ты видела, что она тут в область сделала?
Ну, это да, но это не как кабельный персонаж.
Где?
Ну, как бы... А можно мне, короче, просто взять и не упокоить его душу? Пусть мучается твоюка. Ну, он не будет мучиться, но хотя бы... ну, так, как бы такую честь ему не дать, я не знаю.
Люди думают, что он мучится.
Типа, я понимаю, что он не просто так отдал свой глаз Бога, да? Блять, он просто взял и отдал глаз Бога Криохонту. Как
Другой
так
продал.
можно, блять?
Один пробил, другой продал. Что будет следующим? Догадайся.
Коллекторы забрали. Ну что будет, ну смотри. Сначала коллекторы в виде сеньоры забрали у Венти за то, что он попил. Потом сеньор забрал у Килла Хонта, потому что он его продал. Получается, тоже пропил. Потом сеньор сдохнет. Но
Знаешь?
но куда-то же глаз Бога должен деться.
Да, я даже знаю, кто его получит.
Ребенок.
Нет. И это будет второй Фатуи, за которого можно будет играть. Его выпустят как раз на следующем баннере. На него очень много людей копят. Это будет, как ни странно, анемо-каталист, хотя он сын Райден, но это очень странно.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Закругляйся. На работу.
Why, you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Блин, в смысле, где он, блин? Где это падал? А, вон он стоит, скотина. Слушай, смотри, хотя бы, блядь. Ой, прояви хоть каплю уважения, блядь.
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to...
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my...
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no...
Paimon thinks that we should make a...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, yes, the nation has been the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by an...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, but if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their... This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been...
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma...
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, all right then. Was there anything else you wished? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other 2.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Adepti sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but, I have some business to do.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge...
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fit.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on! Why don't you stand there? Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information. Information's just what we need right now.
О боже.
Children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment.
А вы мне очень честно говоря.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, you would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an adepta. Goodness knows if that child...
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help...
Yes. I suppose she does count as an adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of...
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors.
Oh,
This
Yan
child
Fei.
here is Yan Fei. She's the one, Yan Fei. I believe you've
Yeah.
already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we
Ты
had,
хоть
well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
Вообще замечательно.
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't—
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of thing?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusell. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was— So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Or, oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with... They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? No, don't worry. We're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us?
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Stroll and Shinue kiosk. How could you afford to be...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... Yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent.
Это не слишком жестоко, это слишком незаконно, к сожалению.
This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't...
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big After all, you can't work on an... Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus?
Возможно.
Seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go!
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains! That proves it! Paimon knew she was an adeptus!
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Тут действительно прям две адапты от них.
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the rebuild and now we're probably super
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade
Ой.
Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest.
Я вел никого не случайно. Опять же доказываю, что я криворукий.
You have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow, you really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long
Ну, никто не сказал, что нельзя.
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baiju? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work, but...
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Farm.
Боже, я устал. Чисто спеть неплохо. Чайник, полная чаша. Так, так все хорошо, конечно. Но... Ай. Так. Пусть вы. Ну ладно. Кстати, да, достижение. Готовы с вами? Небо не предел. Спойте песню. Лилия любит музыку. Ты раз можешь идти. 66 средств. Последнее прощание. Появление новой звезды. Неплохо. Так. Ну, так как никто не смотрит, полагаю, может, куличик остался, но вряд ли. Типа, сколько я уже тут сижу, смысл оставаться. То можно и открывать. Угу. Пожалуй, вот это. Так. Так, а мне какие вот эти вот нужны штуки? Ну, сейчас проверим. Переправляющий судьбы, да, все правильно. На 20-ку хватает. Пока что этим и обойдусь. О, кажется, сразу 5 звезд. Нифига себе. Руководство по магии. Бонус блуждающая звездная пыль. Неплохо. Эпос о драконоборцах. Изумрудный шар. Изумрудный шар. Эпос о драконоборцах. Руководство по магии. Лук воина. Тома. Тут забыл. Рогатка. Еще один Тома. Дважды Тома. И блуждающая звездная пыль. Боже. Сейчас снова персонаж. Я снова дважды Тома. Теперь сразу. Лук воина. Лук воина. А, нет, рогатка. Да блин. Меч драконьей крови. Прелестник зари. Ой, что-то интересно. Бесструнный. Фига себе. 2 звездных блеска. Изумрудный шар. Меч драконьей крови. Лунное лезвие. Эпос о драконоборцах. Руководство по магии. Класс. Окей. Так, а сколько за вот эти вот штуки можно купить? Давай еще раз. Ой. Так, давай-ка магазин. Камни стока. Качающиеся судьбы. 9. Ага. Еще один где-то надо. Ну давай. Против. Они по скидке еще как бы на месяц ограничены. Давай куплю сразу все 5. Уи. О, нифига красиво. Что-то выпало. Металлическая тень. Черная кисть. Металлическая тень. Том! Да, блядь. Металлическая тень. Двери на переговоров. Двери на переговоров. Копье Фаводия. О, Мона! Ура! Мона! Ну, я, конечно, рассчитывал на этот каталю, но, в принципе, Мона тоже хорошо. Тоже водный персонаж, как бы, как минимум, на чем с этого. Сам персонаж мне нравится тоже. Я посадил на боксах. Легендарка, как бы. Чё бы нет? Правда, тут ее даже на баннере нету, ну да ладно. Как я ее умудрился выбить. Вот тут вот есть. Тут нету. Ну ладно. Выбил и выбил. Так, что у нее там? Па-па-па-па-пам. Мона. О, слушай, ну, вообще начальные характеристики неплохие. У меня хп 810, всего атаки 46. Щита 51. 0 выносит. Так, ну мне нравятся начальные характеристики относительно. Давай попробую прокачать. Так, она у нас, я так понимаю, маг. Да, она маг. Сменить. Что у нас, ну, в принципе, не ожидаемо. Так, касание, неправильный нефрит. Нудный шаг. Так. Подвысить. Улучшить. Приступить. Лучше так поставь. Ой. Подтвердить. Приказ. 40-й. Будь у меня пыльца, я бы мог даже еще сильнее прокачать. Ну ладно. Вообще, на данный момент око сознания похуже у меня. Но шанс запустить око сознания, которое здесь 40 урона, сила атак. Противник до 4 раз может возникнуть в 12 секунд. Противником увеличить скорость и сила атаки на 12% в течение 15 секунд. Кстати, артефакт. Ладно, сначала посмотрю хотя бы, как она, в принципе, атакует. Давай вот в это место как бы поставлю. Сменить. Ой, забыл сменить. Бой. Окей. Ого. Фига. Уля, прикольно. Она еще и шустрая. О. На самом деле не выглядит как сильно мощная атака. Но... Так, это что? Угу. Так, ну... Пойду прочь. Какое задание? Понял.
Scry the sky.
О, кстати, Катерина.
Astra.
Ладно. Молодой человек, чего? Окей. Это подождет. Снова тоже ответ. Там какой-то еще задание. А, это... Понял. Блин, ну конечно, прикольная способность. Жаль, что много тратит. Так было бы классно. Постоянно так перемещаться. Ну и... Отстань. Чё жесть? Ух ты. Ух ты. Сколько книжек. Неплохо. Так, окей, я вообще собирался проверять... Блять, там еще два задания. О. Кончан. Ой. Не умеет нормально. Ой, Иваныч. Да, конечно, так же он чуть позже, мне честно надо тестить. Чё тестить оружие? Чё тестить моно? Капец, у меня там уведомлений. Причем я почти уверен, что хоть что-то из этого спиксельса по поводу каких-то прав по моду или еще каких-нибудь. Так что что-то мне кажется, что я вот сегодня не сплю. И завтра до вечера. Да. Буду спать на парах.
We could do with some more fortune.
Так, и насколько... Не, ну, в принципе,
Delved into...
по сути, могло быть хуже. Хотя, честно, от Барбарии не сильно отличается.
Let me scry.
Ну, как основного бойца, это точно нельзя использовать.
Delved into destiny.
Но как минимум, как передвижение, наверное, можно. Вот эту способность за нее вообще прикольно использовать.
Shadows of fate.
Можно ставить вот эту вот фигнюшку, которая на Е. В принципе, это уже будет достаточно неплохо. Как бы такая поддержка. А я, в принципе, все, кроме самого основного, обычно так и использую. То есть вот у меня есть Тома, Крей, за них можно спокойно спокойно сажаться полноценно, но я сажаюсь за Хейт, за них просто делаю тайне. А с Моной можно будет делать заморозку. Взрывной рост популяции. Кстати, а ведь я еще и этот не дал. Окей, потом подумаю. Надо будет подумать над артефактами для нее. Если дать какие-нибудь артефакты на выносливость, которые будут как бонус давать броню. Ой, броню, урон. Думаю, вполне неплохо получится.